Want to hear a fun fact?
Not really.
You really should.
One of the main reasons I made this channel was to talk about one-on-one. I've always liked sitcoms, and this is one of my absolute favorites. It's about a sportscaster trying to balance his bachelor lifestyle with raising his teenage daughter. And today we're having a look at Season 3, Episode 5, Too Young, Too Curious. We open up with Flex, played by Flex Alexander, freaking out when he finds a gray hair on his 35th birthday. His daughter, Briana, played by Kyla Pratt, has a calmer reaction though.
How could you not tell me I got my first gray hair?
Cause it's not your first, you got one behind your ear too.
Oh, it's not.
This is a very real and very common phenomenon when people start getting older. And as we'll come to see, this episode addresses some potential dangers of chasing youth. At school, Briana meets up with her friends Spirit and Arnez, played by Sicily, Sewell, and Robert Ri'chard. Briana's trying to get into some social club called
McKinley Players,
named after the school they go to. The so-called players in question just seem like a bunch of self-important butt wipes. They're all prissy and preppy, stuck-up kids whose parents are most likely richer than Flex.
But we were hoping to get to know you better, outside of this concrete stifler of creativity.
Oh dear, I do agree. I'm feeling rather stifled as we speak.
I'll give you $50 right now if you could tell me what stifle means.
Amanda here, played by Angel Conwell, says it's customary for potential members to host a salon at their house so the players can assess them.
So that mean y'all gonna be doing hair together? Okay, I'm gonna bring the glue.
No, dear Sprite. A salon is a gathering, a party, a meeting of the minds for us young artistic types.
Yeah, that's right, Sprite.
Now seems like a good enough time to address a contentious aspect of this show. Briana's kind of a whack friend. For one thing, she constantly comes up with schemes that get her and her friends in trouble. But also, as you can see, she's not above dissing or even sometimes walking out on them if it serves her goal. They all of course make stupid decisions at times, and some fans do overstate Briana's flaws. She's not Martin level, I'll put it that way. But she's kind of a spoiled, self-centered brat who tends to overestimate herself. Now of course I know this is a sitcom, and having characters that be wholly unlikable in real life is a legitimate trope. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't sometimes want to grab Briana and just shake her. Flex's best friend Dwayne, played by Kelly Perine, who I'd argue was the best overall performer in the whole cast, is trying to cheer Flex up.
A classic, and it's all yours. Until Monday morning. That's when Big Sal gets back from Florida.
He insists that they're actually at the cool age now, that younger people are actually trying to be like them, as a lot of stuff from the 80s was making a comeback. This is honestly a very true and fascinating aspect of society. For whatever reason, media and trends from the previous couple decades always see a resurgence. I'm sure it's partly due to corporate opportunism, but younger people always seem to take some interest in the vintage and retro all on their own. Whether it's remixing dances, reviving fashion trends, or just appreciating aspects of those eras that don't exist anymore.
It's all back, baby, and so are we. We are the alpha and omega of all this.
The guys hit the club later, and who happens to be there other than Briana's new friend Amanda? I assume she has a fake ID.
Yeah, you think?
Now, it is funny that he assumes she's older and she assumes he's younger, but yeah, I'm not sure if this storyline would be greenlit today. Also, I think I'd be remiss to not mention the simple fact that, yeah, times were different. Asking someone you met in the club for an ID wasn't as commonly thought of. There weren't any dating apps or a crap ton of social medias to follow each other on either. People just went over and introduced themselves.
It's insane, right?
And just to address it, I know some genius is gonna be like, age of consent in Maryland is 16, bro. I know.
Now shut up.
I'm seriously not gonna sit here and explain why it's a bad idea for a 35-year-old sportscaster to date one of his daughter's classmates. For the record, he does ask her age, which she coyly avoids revealing.
Well, I'm in a nightclub and I'm talking to you, so I must be old enough.
Oh, well then, will you join me in a birthday drink, pretty lady?
Lady, how sweet. But I still think of myself as a little girl.
Oh, I hope not, because that would make me a dirty old man. After I graduated, I had to move up out the crib. My mom was bugging out. She was tripping. She was getting on my nerves.
This is honestly a forced joke. A high school senior in 2003 would absolutely be familiar with phrases and terms like bugging out and tripping. There literally was a movie called Trippin' just 4 years prior. They should ever ask what crib means while they're at it.
That's my jam. That's my cut. I mean, that joint is on hit right there.
This one is even worse. I definitely heard people in the 2000s say that's my jam and use the word cut in reference to a song, or even a whole album, but I have never heard anyone say that joint is on hit right there. Plus, joint in this context stems back to at least the 80s at least. The show can't even follow its own logic consistently. Now you might be asking yourself, is it that serious?
Not really.
Unfortunately, I gotta get going. It's past my bedtime.
Well, if keeping you out all night is breaking the law, put me in handcuffs.
You're going to jail!
Briana's salon is held the next day. Flex and Amanda text back and forth, with this fool completely unaware that his new flame is next door hanging out with his daughter.
Oh, show.
I believe my new man is a gangster.
This doesn't last long, however. He and Dwayne decide to take a spin in the Camaro, and Flex goes to his apartment to change. Naturally, hijinks ensue.
Papa, I would like you to meet the president of the McKinley Players. This is Amanda.
Flex makes up an excuse to leave, which leads to a joke that's unfortunately kind of timeless.
Take a breath, act it out, syllable. You're a bird, you're flying, you believe you can fly. R. Kelly, oh!
And it pretty much only gets worse from here. Briana wants him to go back and make a good impression.
If you only knew.
Sorry, my father was having a senior moment and he just turned 35.
35? I mean, 35. I gotta go talk to him. I mean, maybe I'll run into him on my way to the powder room, okay?
Amanda explains that she used her sister's ID to get in the club for the specific purpose of telling her boyfriend that she hung out with older guys so he'd get jealous, instead of just telling him that without actually doing it.
What?
So let me process this. Lying to your boyfriend is out of the question, but lying to get into a nightclub and fooling around with
Older men that like younger women.
is a-okay. Also, I really want to know what Flex's plan was, cause even though he thought she was in her 20s, he never actually told her his age. Did he just intend on posing as a 25-year-old indefinitely? Amanda agrees to keep the club night hush, and a visitor knocks on the door.
I'm here to kill Flex Washington.
Flex for you!
Mustafa, how did you find me?
You left me a message on my cell phone. You gave me directions and everything.
This chick is scandalous. I know some of you cats watching got a girl like this right now. Take this as a warning. What's funny is that Briana doesn't seem to care much about her dad canoodling with her classmate. Her big gripe is that it's gonna cause her embarrassment. I told you this girl was self-centered. Mustafa calls Flex old man, so Flex tells him, meet me outside.
I think you and I need to step outside and talk about this man to boy.
What's with the oohing?
After you, Gramps.
Ooh!
What? We not doing that no more?
Flex threatens to call Mustafa's mother and tell her her son's trying to play gangster. That's funny and all, but I mean, which is worse? Challenging an adult to a fight as a teenager, or drinking, dancing, and kissing on a teenager as an adult? Unknowingly, but still, Mustafa could easily threaten to expose Flex's dirty little secret. And would he be wrong? Whatever, the episode's almost over. Mustafa pleads with him not to call his mom, but says he has to do something because he really loves Amanda and doesn't want to lose her. Again, I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is your wake-up call. Flex decides to help Mustafa save face by settling things the old school way.
Not with guns, not with knives, and not with fists.
So what's left?
First one who gets to the trash can on the corner wins.
Well, this is chivalrous. Thought they were gonna fight over me, not run over me.
Oh, please, girl, get over yourself. My daddy don't want you.
Are you ready, boyfriend?
I'm not your boyfriend, girl.
On your mark, get set, go.
Flex actually has the lead at first, but seemingly pulls a muscle or gets a cramp right before the finish line. Dwayne congratulates him, thinking he threw the race intentionally, which I don't blame him for. I hope Flex wasn't seriously trying to win here, cause what would that have solved? Turns out, none of this actually hurt Briana's relationship with Amanda, and she gets accepted as a McKinley player.
Call me so we can talk details. Get my number from your dad.
Riri, you know the good thing about growing old?
What?
One day, I'm not gonna remember none of this.
The episode ends with Flex and Dwayne dancing with some ladies, presumably of age, at the club, and Flex's leg gives out again. For those who don't know, Flex was actually a professional dancer and choreographer in real life, so be assured he genuinely had the moves.
Ooh, hey! I must be a pirate because I am digging that booty.
Allow me.
Man, I still got it!
When choosing an episode to discuss for one of these videos, I try to think of one that stands out in my memory. Sometimes it's an odd one, sometimes it's just something interesting or culturally significant in some way. And sometimes it's something that just makes you go, man, they would not do that today. At least as far as family sitcoms, I couldn't imagine this being greenlit now. And yeah, despite the risque nature of this episode, it is a family sitcom. I'm still surprised by the TV-14 rating because in terms of mature content, I'd say it's on par with the Bernie Mac show, The Fresh Prince, and Meet the Browns, which are all rated PG. Now, I'm fully aware of the weird and contentious discourse about age gaps online, so I kind of anticipate getting dislike bombed and flooded with angry comments from guys who look like this because they feel personally called out for having a revolving door of 14-year-old fiancés, but they don't know about me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out 1-on-1, it's a good show. More stuff on the way. Peace out.